nice to, I know that Grand Receiver Restoration Series is about the electronics and receiving end of things, but it is nice to have a nice looking lineup and have them look as close to original and operating as close to original as possible. So what I'll do is I'll move you close to the bench here. Let's take the case off of this thing, see what we're up against here. Out of the way and someone's cut over. Let's get started. Here's the 348 that has been entered into the lineup here, so it's still under here. The robots are here holding it up. So as you can see, the case is in much nicer condition, which could easily warrant a repaint. No problem with that whatsoever. There's no holes drilled in the case of this one. Much cleaner and dealing with stuff in modification tag on here, so it looks like there may be some modifications that have to clean that up. Something like that. Has the mounts on the bottom here, mounts on the bottom, and all that stuff. Other than that, it's looking pretty nice. And nothing really on you bad at all. On the amateur radio down there. There we go. Many questions. Paul, are you an amateur radio operator? Yes, I am. I've been for many years. And very easy to find. My call sign is very easy to find. So I guess all we really need to do right now, actually what I should do is probably get this thing fully under the screen. It's got some else on the bottom of the shirt. Yeah. That would probably take a little off bench. So this up here like so. And we'll move this other one out of the way. And round up and bound up like that. Down the road, we'll probably end up going for this one too if we're not interested in using 348. We'll finish this one off. I actually was going as far as threading this. Over there, threading this hub here to try and pull this hub off. I made a puller for this and everything. So, yeah, just lots of work done into that. So let's move this over.
Are seamless because I use iFlow. Here's how I manage my approval process. First, iFlow designs videos and documents into one central place. I assign workflows to track every stage of review and approval. Then I set deadlines and reminders to keep the feedback moving quickly. I love how Zyflow connects to all my PM tools, cloud storage, and design software. And because Zyflow works right inside Monday.com, I can manage reviews without ever leaving my project board. The previewer lets my team mark up and add comments to more than 1,200 different file types, including live websites. I tag my teammates and agency clients directly so everyone's on the same page. Zyflow's Review AI helps me catch mistakes early so nothing slips through the cracks. Zyflow streamlines every creative and marketing project, from simple feedback loops to global campaigns. Click the link below and start simplifying your creative and approval process today. Zyflow, let your content flow.
Get this one out of the way. Like so. And now I won't destroy the bench. Some hardware from the old one. Still have lots to clean up. This is how fresh this is. I wanted to get a video out on this just as soon as possible because we're all waiting to get this series happening. So here we go. It's a soft mat. Whoa, that comes out rather easy. Oh, look at this inside. Definitely some mods. It looks like somebody did a really nice job with the power supply as well. We go forward. Look at that. Well, I don't know what's happening there. That should be interesting to find out. And definitely has, I can tell you this smells much nicer than the other ones. It has that old, what you would call it, transmitter. It smells more like an old transmitter. It smells very much like my Gates broadcast transmitter that you've seen in the videos here. It smells very much like that. Nice old radio smell to it. For those of you that are in the know, you know what I'm talking about. That is a pretty good smell. Oh, look at this under here. This is looking pretty good. Look at what's been done under here. It's all bound up because the cords are taped up in the back. So we'll take a quick look at this here. So the nice thing about this is even more original than the other one. So we have a lot more to do with this. We can test a lot more caps, see how these caps held up over the years. The power supply, of course, is modern. I don't know what's going on in here, but maybe we'll make another power supply for this if this isn't adequate or whatever. We'll figure it out. It is, it's looking very, very original aside from that power supply. Now, again, these things came with dynamotors, right? So, and who wants to listen to that? Not me. And if we're going to be having this in the lineup of radio receivers, we don't want to be able to switch between other receivers and then have this dynamotor whining in the background, destroying the way the audio quality of the other radio receiver sounds. So it's a good thing that it is, you know, done like this. Now, I'm not so keen on maybe the solid state aspect of this. Yeah, I see diodes in that. So I'd like to have this a little bit more like the mods that were way back in the day. So we'll probably build another platform for this, and we'll install a transformer and put a 5Y3 rectifier in there and things like that. So that the standard modification to make this thing run off the AC line is probably what I'll end up doing. Or again, we'll pull one out of a parts receiver here or something like that, right? And go after that one later. We'll see. You leave that in the comments. Would you like to see a power supply design for this, or would you like to just see one pulled out of the other one and get on with the restoration? Let me know in the comments below. So this thing here has, I'm just going to support this. I have a roll of solder here. On the other side, of course, nothing is where it needs to be, right? So it looks like in the bottom, there is a lot of originality going on, and that makes me pretty happy. So all of these caps here are all sealed, and it should be interesting to see how they've, how they fare over time. These ones here and this one here, see how good they are. The fuse looks like it's probably original, which is another thing. All the shielding is on the boxes here. The face is straight. Even has the original connection block here. You see this? This is the original connection block in the back, which is still here. So all the voltages are present on this connection block. Might be a good idea to eliminate this one. Maybe just leave it in there. Or someday down the road, if some other thing comes up. So who knows where this leads, right? Maybe down the road we'll revisit this thing and throw a dynamotor in it someday. Just depends on the interest of the actual receiver. So these capacitors have been epoxied in here, and there's a bunch of stuff going on in this radio receiver. So yeah, we'll probably do a modification that's a little more era specific, something with a 5Y3, 5Y4, whatever, that series of rectifier directly, rectifier, something like that, like what's in the other radio receivers. So maybe that in a choke or just a resistor, whatever. So that's what's going on there. It's looking like it's all original, and I can see up, I'll show you this. You can see up behind that plate. You have to be so careful when you remove these plates. This plate on the top here, because the paint comes off. So, I don't want to be removing this and doing this before we can do this all together, because if this thing the paint goes south, you can be with me while it's doing that. So the capacitor's in it, maybe I can get out of the way. Yes, I can see the caps up in the bottom of the tube sockets. Up in there. Let's see, can I get some more light on this? Maybe you'll see this together. Alright, you can see one of the caps right up in there in the corner. It's looking like it's all original behind there. And the paint isn't chipped on this at all, on this panel. You can see that. It's an interesting looking washer right there. But I'm not seeing, is that over? I'm not seeing any paint chips, so this looks pretty much original. So it's doing pretty good. As you can see, it's looking like the original parts up inside there. Get the focus up in there. There we go, kind of, maybe? No? Work with me now. Something like that. There it is. So, yeah, it's looking like it's original in there, too. I see a nice little resistor right there, which Allen Bradley type and all that. So, it's looking good. So, what we're going to do in the next episode is remove this. We're going to start testing caps. So, we'll start testing all these caps just to see how they held up over time. See if they're still fast. And let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah, whatever we run across, whatever needs to be corrected, we'll correct the test resistors and components and everything. So anyways, I just wanted to introduce you to this new radio. And I'm going to start and put this back on the stop side here. Away. All the tubes, they look really nice. On the top here, you can see this. They're so shiny, they almost like glass, don't they? They're metal tubes. So that there, and everything is looking really nice. It's nice and clean. So this is a nice clean example to definitely work with here. So we'll test the original power supply in the next entry here. We'll see what voltages it's putting out as close to where it needs to be and all that. So we'll just go through this thing and fire it up. And move on with this thing and get on with the restoration. So anyways, welcome to the brand new BC348.